This concept of cultural ecology is important in understanding any kinds of literate practices or values, but it's particularly important in understanding the practices that happen in digital environments, because computer networks now extend across geopolitical, cultural, and linguistic borders, and so we can understand very little about literate practices and values without understanding the cultural and social formations that shape and are shaped by these practices.
And that was really helpful because I remember when I was like around 4th grade, this teacher, she will have the cards and she will flip them like that and we will give the answer. And whoever knew all the answers will get a heart.
Little cards all over the house, I guess, so I would be exposed to it and see it. I guess because he understood the importance of it, and I would always see him read.
I got accepted to the university in Puebla, in Mexico.
Yeah.
And but my dad, Mexican, he didn't want me to live in the dorm. So I he didn't let me go. And my other choice was either stay in Juarez, in the university over there, or come to El Paso. And I chose El Paso because I said, well, at least I can learn English.
Right.
She had odd jobs here and there when my sister and I were younger, but struggled with having daycare.
Yeah.
So she was a housewife from pretty much the time that I was an infant to the time when I was about 12 years old. I was in the 7th grade. And she decided to go back to school because my sister and I told her that she needed to do something for herself. It was just always about us, so we told her that she needed to do something, go to school or find a job.
That time, yeah, I do recall staying up late hours of the night, chatting with different people, different friends that I had made from different time zones, and I think that's why where they were, there were some from New York, the East Coast.
Cindy and I find it interesting that John picks up our statement regarding literacies in our brief survey of the different adjectives the term has connected up with within our field, and whether we should use, for example, technological literacy, electronic literacy, or digital literacy. And frankly, when all is said and done, does it really matter if we use any of these or none of these?
For the last 4.5 years, I've been studying traditional electronic literacies in English and Spanish on the US-Mexico border. And I think the findings will be useful for anyone interested in niche literacies. In Generaciones narratives, you find insights on ecosystems, on bilingualism and biculturalism, on traditional and electronic literacies, on sponsorships and gateways, as well as other experiences and concepts that anyone teaching or studying in these areas will find invaluable. One of the most exciting part of Generaciones is that you are able to read what participants have said, as well as watch over 50 video clips of their views on literacies.